we're getting to character before the show actually starts.
And we're live.
Welcome to We Are Assholes, the show where we are assholes. I'm your host, PJ Philium. I am gender, race, and celebrity fluid. My pronouns are they, them.
Hi, I'm Laugh Track, and I identify as whatever we are talking about this week, and I identify as Bill Clinton.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I identify as the least unfunny person on this show. How you going?
Okay, so last week we talked about Seventh Heaven. And luckily I was able to tie this week's back into Seventh Heaven because we had lots of positive feedback about all the Seventh Heaven talk. People were saying, man, Seventh Heaven, everyone knows that show. We need to talk about it more. So I made sure to incorporate that into this week's list. So this week we're talking about misunderstood celebrities. Okay.
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 Andrew, it's your turn to talk.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
I can keep monologuing.
Dave, you can hush. I'm trying to really understand what the word celebrity means because I know that it's like famous people, but I don't like what's the root word of celebrity? Like, where's the Latin like origination from? Because it makes no sense. I know none of the suffix nor prefix of celebrity.
Who's your famous ancient Roman celebrity, Andrew? I know you love history.
Yeah, my famous ancient Roman celebrity?
Yep.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, he's overrated.
Well, no, actually, no.
Agreed.
There's this one guy. I know he was bisexual, like a lot of people were back then. He wasn't a Roman, but he was a Greek.
Okay, close enough.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, it's like
And-
Aristophanes or something.
Or something.
Why are we talking about Greeks and Romans? What does this have to do with celebrities?
Because I don't know the root word.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You wanted to get into vocab real quick. Yeah, we'll skip the vocab lesson. So,
PJ,
What?
look at the running sheet. One of the points is putting everything into historical perspective.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Okay, so these are ranked from like worst to or best to worst. Well, I'm going to read them off worst to best. I don't know why I always make this so confusing. So this doesn't mean that they're the most misunderstood. Like if they're ranked number one, that doesn't mean they're the most misunderstood. That just means that they're the best out of these celebrities. That means that the 10th one is the worst out of these misunderstood celebrities. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So the worst of the misunderstood celebrities at number 10 is Donald Trump. And then number 9 is Carl from Who Are These Podcasts? Also, he was the co-host on one of the episodes, or the guest on one of the episodes.
Okay.
Number 8, Kevin Spacey. 7, Bill Clinton. 6, Michael Jackson. 5, the dad from Seventh Heaven. 4, Louis C.K. 3, Jeffrey Epstein. And 2, Harvey Weinstein. And 1, Michael Vick.
Okay.
Alcibiades. Alcibiades. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah.
Yes, good. I'm happy you were listening to the rankings.
I was.
Okay, well, who's number 6?
Number 6? That's Michael Jackson.
Right.
Here's
So,
the spreadsheet.
okay.
No, I'm actually looking at this picture of a man in a Mountain Dew costume.
Hey, Andrew,
Yeah.
how come you were all like talkative and normal and shit before the show, and then we start the show and then you're like this?
So I
What
was letting
happens in your
PJ do
brain?
his PJ thing and introducing the show. I was taking a
Mhm.
back seat, researching. I'm the R&D department.
Okay.
Okay.
You
What
guys didn't know
what
I'm
did
the
you-
R&D of WAA?
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
you find? What type of
And
research
R&D
did you...
stands for what? Retard
found-
and dum-dum, right? See?
No, it means research and development, Dave.
Oh,
What
okay.
type of development have you done for WATP?
I've developed.
That's what we're yep, that's what we're doing. We're doing these podcasts. We are assholes.
Speaking of that, where's the fucking graph for this week?
You didn't incorporate it into one of my spreadsheets that I use.
I incorporated into the new template. Talking about research and development, I actually do some. And nope.
I did research. I found that Alcibiades was a real guy.
Okay. So
And I
the
also can't pronounce his name.
The attributes that we
Okay.
ranked these by this week were plausibility, horrificness, gayness, age of victims, Lord of the Rings ability, appearance, wokeness, creativity, courage, patheticness, math, plant life, fashionability, stealth, bustability, and reading.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm
I
pretty
feel like
happy
you got
with
lazy.
the spreadsheet today.
I feel
I
like
have one
you're-
question,
Yeah.
and then Andrew can go. Who's Michael Vick?
He is
I know
the
this.
quarterback. He's a famous Hall of Fame. Well, I don't know if he's Hall of Fame, but he's a should be Hall of Fame quarterback who played for the Atlanta Falcons. And then he was caught running a dogfighting ring on his property. I believe it was on his property where they beat dogs and drowned dogs and probably raped dogs, but I don't know if there's any proof of that. But I'm just gonna say, for the sake of this, that he's probably raped some dogs. Allegedly, yeah. So we're covered there. So yep, Michael Vick, dog rapist. And then he played for my favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and became one of my all-time favorite quarterbacks.
So
yeah, but he's not as good as Brett Favre.
Okay. So to put it into some kind of context that I would understand, he's like the dog version of the Tiger King.
Yes. Perfect.
Does he have a mullet, and is he gay?
He used to have cornrows, I believe, which is the black person equivalent of a mullet. And
black mullet.
But except they call this guy Czar Doggy Style.
And I would assume that he is gay, because can you rape a dog's vagina? I imagine that they're only penetrating assholes, but I don't know for sure. So that's kind of gay.
I mean, we do know people that can give you the answer to that. I'm surprised you didn't do the research before the show.
Well, that was before we had our R&D department.
Okay. There's at least 7 people in our Discord server.
Okay.
Can answer that question. No, they don't do it, but they know people who have done it.
And it's all other people on the Discord server. There's actually 14
Always.
people on the Discord server that have done it. All those 7 people, they know too. It's like a weird pyramid scheme, but it's backwards. It's a funnel system.
I was going to try and make a play on words with pyramid, but poocher mid doesn't really work very well. I think I've still got Pooch Perfect on the brain, Andrew, and I partly blame you because you kept bringing it up.
Well, yeah.
I thought it'd just go away, which it has.
I'm a seed of chaos in this world of order.
So which of these attributes?
Are you conspiring with James Warburton, the R&D man for the network?
Patrick Warburton, the guy that does the voice for Crunk off of Emperor
No,
Groove?
I think it's James Warburton.
Yep.
He had high hopes for Pooch Perfect.
I'm going to have to report you back to Cusco.
Okay, now do your James Warburton voice. It's just, it'll be just what do you think an Australian TV executive would sound like?
All right, today, fags, we're going to be talking about the how cold it's going to fucking be when the clouds come over the fucking the sky, and then we're going to be.
No, that's Grant Denyer.
Oh,
that's your Grant Denyer voice, Andrew.
Why do I have to beg you guys to do an attribute and that you disagree and something you disagree with?
Okay.
Oh, fuck! Can't we can start talking about the bustability of Harvey Weinstein?
That's the last one we do. It's been established. That's the last category.
I thought the last one we did was stealth and reading.
No.
Did you say dud?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Is that your New Zealand accent? Yes, we did it.
It's past tense of did.
Bad.
Oh, wait, did is best. You know what I mean.
Okay.
Past tense.
Since we're talking about New Zealand,
double past tense. We did it
Dud
a long
is
time
past
ago.
tense of did. I'm gonna use that every day.
I tried to save you, Andrew.
Are you gonna write it down?
Oh, yeah, I'm writing that one down. Yeah, fuck.
All right.
Okay, cool. So
yeah, no, it's transitioning from New Zealand, Lord of the Rings ability.
How was that New Zealand?
Okay. Are you seriously asking that question?
Yeah, David, why I said it.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Are
Where
all
was
the
Lord of the
actors New Zealand?
Yep, that's what it is. All the actors in Lord of the Rings, they came from New Zealand. They came to America so they could record Lord of the Rings in America.
Yep.
Did it right here in New York City. All right. So, Lord of the Rings ability, that for the sake of this means their ability to be in Lord of the Rings.
their ability to be in Lord of the Rings? Now,
Yeah.
which version? The New Zealand version or the New York version?
Well, it's the same one. The people from New Zealand went to New York to record the movie. So some of the highlights for that is Harvey Weinstein's 9.9, self-explanatory. Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein, Michael Vick's an 8.2, and then at 1.1 there's Bill Clinton. Oh wait, am I looking at the right one? No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill Clinton is at
You know
1.1
what
on
it
Lord of
was?
the
I
Rings
was.
ability.
Bill Clinton 1.1, Kevin Spacey 1.1, Donald Trump 1.1, Dad from Seventh Heaven 1.1, Louis C.K. 1.1.
Okay, so I'm gonna imagine the Goodfellas version of Lord of the Rings, and work out the
Why?
numbers. But because you said they went to New York,
That's Lord of the Rings, for all Andrew knows.
No, but that is Lord of the Rings, because didn't like Frodo look, I want to bang that Jew elf over there. I want to
Yeah,
bang
and
that
then
Jewish
yeah,
elf.
that's
and
exactly
they
what
cast the
happened.
ring into the ground zero of the Twin Towers while it was like collapsing. That's where he threw the ring because it was like basically
Oh.
the same as lava.
That was
And
Mount
then
Doom.
they were trying to find the seventh heaven, right?
Yeah, that actually is why 9/11 happened, is because they had to get that shot for the movie. They're like, we're going to need someone to crash some planes into these buildings so that we can have the scene of Frodo fighting with Smeagol, and Smeagol bites his finger off and then falls into the lava with the ring, and we need the towers to be collapsing while that happens.
I can't believe how dumb Frodo is. He let his finger get bitten off by a fucking golem.
While he was invisible too.
I know, what an idiot.
Okay, yeah, we could talk about Lord of the Rings more. That is one of the categories, so technically we're on topic. So,
Correct.
who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Tree number 2.
Oh, wait, so that's probably not Treebeard, because Treebeard is probably tree number 1.
Yeah,
So which one would be tree number 2?
just one of the trees, man. He's the one sitting a little bit to the left of Frodo.
In what scene?
The one where they're fighting people.
Oh, okay.
When they're trying to get the guy,
don't
they're
think
trying to get,
Frodo's-
they're trying to fight Count Dooku. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think Frodo's in any of those scenes. He doesn't meet any of the tree people at any point, I don't believe.
No, but doesn't he mean Count Dooku?
Does he? I think
Yeah,
those
Count
are the-
Dooku's all like dressed up in fucking white.
Yeah, but I think he meets the other Munchkins.
So
What
my
Munchkins?
favorite Lord of the Rings.
Scotty and Pippin.
Oh, that's what you call. Okay,
Scotty and Pippin, yep.
Scotty and Pippin.
Okay, so
my favorite Lord of the Rings character is that little cripple kid that ends up taking over at the end.
yeah,
Everyone, and everyone
he did
wasn't
have
happy.
the best story.
Everyone wasn't happy with that because everyone hates a cripple. But maybe he would have been. Maybe he was the best one to take over in the end.
Well, he had the best story.
I mean, did he though?
That's what the other Munchkin said. There's lots of Munchkins in these fantasy things. It's kind of unwoke. Tokenizing Munchkins for the sake of fantasy.
So wait, so who's that guy? James Warburton. What's that guy?
Oh, the guy who played Kronk.
No, it's Patrick Warburton.
They're the same.
I want to get James Warburton on the show to tell us about all his great TV ideas for next year.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
So no, let's do this. Margot Robbie is Australian, right? And she was in.
Is she?
She's also in. She's in Birds of Prey, a great movie.
Yeah. Okay. Birds of Prey. All right.
No,
So
that's
do a
what's
play-
her name. Barbara. No, Sandra Bullock.
Barbara Eden.
Sandra Bullock.
So
Bird
she
Box.
was in Bird Box. She was in Birds of Prey. So then you got to come up with a play on words of Birds of Prey to make a reality show.
Oh,
Andrew, go.
nice.
Birds of what?
Prey. I said that.
So what's that?
What is Birds of Prey?
Yeah. Oh, I'll make it about nuns. A reality show about nuns.
That would be pretty entertaining, yeah.
That would be better than Pooch Perfect.
And
All
it's
right, we've
just
done it.
about all the abuse that nuns receive and give because they get abused by the monks or whatever
The
those people
Vatican.
are called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monks, that's what they are. Yep. They get abused by monks and then they abuse the little soon-to-be monks and nuns.
Someone called Bob said this is like watching weather reports for areas you don't live in nor ever plan to visit. Well, we were talking about Grant Denyer before. I think Bob wants us to talk about Grant Denyer even more.
Well,
he fucking can't. It's going to be really hot today in the
The
desert.
most famous Australian weather presenter.
You're going to want to stab your wife. It's so fucking hot outside.
And speaking of munchkins, he's about 4 foot tall. So that works as well.
we haven't talked
I have a
about
height
weather
complex.
yet.
And he tried to be a race car driver too. Birds of a father? That kind of works.
Can we
Trying to
talk
find out
about weather
who
some,
people's
please?
the search for people's real fathers? Like an
Weather.
Aurora
Real
kind of thing, I
cloudy
suppose?
fucking day.
What?
Okay, so, yep, we obviously talked about Lord of the Rings ability enough, so let's move on to something else.
Well, can we talk?
Andrew?
I think we should change one of the categories to weather.
Yeah, I'll just change plant life. They're the same.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
weather for plants.
Correct.
So one that really interests me is how come, like, what do you mean by plausibility, and why are they all 5?
Because either they did what they're accused of
Copied
or
it
they
from
didn't.
last week.
I think it's, you know what it is. You know what it is.
Yep.
It's going to stay like that from now on, too. I was
Him
going to
being-
change it. I'm like, nope.
Him being lazy. Lazy boy PJ.
Well, I mean, can you dispute any of these? So are you saying...
What is he? But what? How? Like plausible? Like they're definitely alive. Well, not Epstein, but
No, the plausibility of them doing the things they're accused of. Because they're really just misunderstood. Well, they might be misunderstood.
if they're misunderstood, then they should be at a 1.
Well, but I mean, they might have done those things, but maybe like people don't know the full extent of those things. So like they might have done it, but they might not have. So 5 out of 5.
I get it. So you're like one of those independent fence sitters that can't decide shit. You're
No,
like,
I
well, they
decided.
could have done it, but they probably didn't.
No, that was my decision. I came to. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
so-
fence sitting. That's coming
Yeah,
to a concise
that is-
decision.
that is your asshole being poked by a fence post because that's what you're sitting on.
No,
Epstein didn't rape himself.
what?
This
I don't
is
know about that.
insane.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about Donald Trump
Okay,
and we're doing a comparative analysis between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein
oh yeah,
because they were buddies. Oh, sorry, and Bill Clinton as well. See, they're all friends.
yeah.
What-
I mean, if we talk about a different attribute, we can see how they differ from each other.
So, Bill Clinton was into, women always, right? Donald Trump, women. Kevin Spacey, men. So Kevin Spacey's in the men's club with. Who else is in the men's club? Michael Jackson.
So we're talking
What's
about
the men's
gayness?
club?
We're talking about
I'm just-
gayness.
Wait,
just
what's the
trying to-
men's club?
Lump them together.
Is this like where they all like get like Gillette Fusion Pro glides and get the best a man can get together in the locker room?
The club in the public bathroom, public toilets that you go to, Andrew.
Oh, so you mean fucking, sucking and fucking?
Okay.
Andrew, who's
Okay.
yelling for you?
My mother.
This might be the last thing Andrew ever says on this fucking show.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. I might at some point feel like giving an ultimatum. You know, ultimatums can be fun, right?
Yeah, it always works out super well.
It always does.
Okay, so speaking of ultimatums, talk about gayness or Andrew's
Yeah.
off the show for good.
I was trying to conceptualize the things. I think Michael Vick might be on his own with the dogs. Is
Yes.
anyone else on that? I mean, Oh, I mean, Bill Clinton. Some of the women Bill Clinton banged were pretty ugly. But would you call
Well,
them dogs? Would you call Monica Lewinsky a dog, or is that just
actually, yeah, he's like closer to Michael Vick than he is Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. They're banging either. Well, Donald Trump's more supermodels. Jeffrey Epstein is like teenage models.
Lolitas? Yeah.
Bill Clinton's banging Hillary Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, both below a 5. So yeah, that's closer to dogs. There's probably lots of dogs that are actually more attractive than either of those women. So
that's a good thing. Good thing to rank his dogs more attractive than Monica Lewinsky.
that's actually good. That's a good spreadsheet idea. I should write that down. I'll forget, so I'm just gonna say it now. Yeah, we'll rank dogs, and then it'll just mostly be women, and then like a few like poodles or something that'll obviously win in like attractiveness and stuff like that.
So I mean, do we really even need Andrew?
Probably not. Also, like Hillary Clinton, like we could just that'd be really fun too because we could do like fuckability or bustability, and Hillary Clinton would always be like the lowest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. Let's just talk about like shows that we could do.
I love the rumors about Hillary Clinton that she doesn't bathe and she smells.
Really?
I mean, it just sounds like, you know, the type of propaganda they threw at, you know, Hitler in World War II. It's just like, let's just make up a bunch of bullshit about someone we don't like. Like, I mean, the shitting on the table thing, I know, I think that was in Hitler's diary, but the small dick and the mono ball and all that kind of stuff, I think that was all just pretty much made up.
Wait, so he wrote in his diary, "I shit on a table."
I think so.
Do you have any context? Now I need to know more about this.
Well, I mean,
was it a power move?
He was German, so he kept notes and like. I mean, I tell you what, we need a German person on this show because a German would do the fucking checklist. A German would be amazing at paperwork.
Yeah, they can handle all the logistics, or just like a well-behaved woman, which I mean, those are hard to find nowadays.
Well-behaved woman.
Yeah. Well-behaved. Yep. So we should just start.
So dead air. Cool.
Yeah, we should just start making up like fake propaganda.
So, sorry, we're just assuming that Andrew isn't coming back, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can just pretend like he's not coming back, and if he comes back, it's a good thing. I think that will be good. Well, only if he gets yelled at by his parents again on the podcast. What do you think he's doing right now?
I was playing Monopoly, specifically Pokemon Monopoly, last night, your time, and I was the only one that doesn't still live at home with my parents.
Well, everyone else is pretty young, right? All the rest of our Monopoly group.
I mean, some of them are deep into their 20s.
Oh. Well, that's way younger than either of us, so it makes sense. I haven't lived at home since I was like 17.
Since you ran away.
No, you know what happened. My mom killed herself.
Oh, yeah. Let's make jokes about that.
Let's make a bunch of PJ's mom killed herself.
But didn't that leave more space in the house for you? I don't get the correlation.
Well, not really though, because then my brother with this is probably more after system, but my brother with anger management problems bought the house like from the state or whatever. So plus like it had lots of bad memories, so I didn't want to stay there. This isn't very fun. I don't know how to make this funny, so I don't know if we should keep talking about it. I mean, there's lots of like easy like dead mom suicide jokes that I've heard a million times and made myself a million times.
Yeah.
Like lots of ones about like snorting my mom's ashes or digging her body up and humping it. Lots of stuff like that. Ha ha ha. Very funny. These are all really funny and original jokes.
But what do you feel about the kind of people that end every rant with just go fucking kill yourself? Like, in terms of like cheap stuff that you just hear over and over again and it gets boring. Isn't that just like the least original thing to say at this point at the end of a rant?
At the end of a rant, yeah. At the end, I think just saying "go kill yourself" is fine.
Is it?
I mean, it can be funny in the right context.
I guess it's my least favorite standard. I mean, whatever you call it, joke, maybe. But yeah, speaking about killing ourselves,
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I was waiting for you to finish talking. Man, we're right on the same wavelength. That one episode, I think you and I, at least twice, said the exact same comment over top of each other, and I just left it in because I was like, they need to know that Dave and I were on the same wavelength, but then you can't understand what either of us are saying, so probably not the best, but whatever. Gayness, yeah. So Michael Vick, I gave a 7.6. I gave him that because I think, like I said before, people only have sex with the dog's buttholes, right?
Yes.
So that's
yeah, that's right. We established that. Yes.
Louis C.K. 9.2. That is because didn't he just like jerk off in front of chicks? That's pretty gay, touching your own weenie. So 9.2.
Hold on. I just checked with the dog fuckers in our Discord group, and yes, you're right.
Okay, good.
Buttholes only.
Okay, so gayness. What other ones are gay? Oh, Bill Clinton. We already talked about that, but that's because he was like fucking dogs. So it's not that like they were technically women, I guess. But yeah, so I think we can move on from gayness. Oh, I gave Carl a 1.2 because he simps super hard on that Vic chick that comes on his show. That's pretty
I tell you what, though, yeah, because I've been listening to some old episodes, and yeah, more Vic simping. What is it about dudes and simping? Like, people give me shit for simping, but holy shit.
Yeah, whoa. That's like the definition of simping. Okay, so let's move on to a different category. I think we've covered gayness enough. I think Andrew's actually not coming back. It's been.
Well, I thought I heard a noise before. It was like, oh, he's coming back. He's come back.
Maybe he's taking the trash out.
What was uglier, the blue dress or Monica Lewinsky's face?
I don't even know if I've seen the picture of the blue dress. At least not that I can remember.
It's a pretty ugly dress. Is that gay that I'm thinking about the dress?
Wow, that is really gay. I mean, what you're saying is gay. That is a horrible dress. Why is it so ugly? Why is he having sex with a woman that would dress like that? Let's see her face. Oh, there's a nice comparison shot. They knew people would be wondering. They're like, people are going to want to know which one's uglier, Monica Lewinsky or her dress. Man, it's she looks like someone that would wear that dress, and it would like somehow not make her hotter or uglier. It would just keep her exactly the same.
Would you rather fuck Monica Lewinsky's face or the dress with Bill Clinton's just staying still on it?
Oh, definitely the dress. Then Bill Clinton and I would be Eskimo brothers.
You'd rather be a dress Eskimo brother than a Monica Lewinsky Eskimo brother.
Yeah, well, Monica Lewinsky, you gross. The dress is, I mean, I'm sure lots of people have had sex with Monica Lewinsky. Only Bill Clinton has probably had sex with that dress, or at least like came on it, because then it was raided by the FBI or whoever has it in evidence or had it in evidence. Although those FBI guys or whoever's in charge of those investigations, they probably all jerked off on it. So, but then I'm Eskimo brothers with all the FBI people, and that's pretty cool.
Somebody I know met Bill Clinton, and said that he was a charming motherfucker. So nobody will ever understand why that even happened. And he was impeached, because it's the whole impeachment thing where you get impeached but then you're still in power.
Yeah,
it doesn't Like, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like man, I don't remember exactly how it works, but it's the House or the Senate or someone votes to impeach, and then
Yeah.
after that it gets moved to I think it's the House that impeaches, and then the Senate would be the ones
Yeah.
to vote to remove him from the office, but I'm
Yeah,
not 100% positive.
Yeah, with a but you got to have a 2/3 majority, which will never happen. So
Damn, Andrew leaves and we get into politics.
straight into politics.
Nice, everyone loves politics. Okay, so let's talk about the age of the
There
people.
was so much of it.
So Clinton fucked Monica
So
Lewinsky
fucking
and jizzed
much
on the
of it.
dress, and then Donald Trump had the Russian P tapes, right? That's why he got impeached.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes.
So did he pee on the Russians, or did the Russians pee on him, or
I
both?
think they peed on him. That was my impression. I would hope that they peed on him. Otherwise, who cares? Peeing on a prostitute, that's like nothing. Man, if that's what it was, I'm going to be
No,
pissed
that's not
if the
even
media
extra.
cared so
They don't
much.
even charge extra for that.
Like, they just expect that at that point. They'd probably rather get peed on than jizzed on. Oh, would you guys rather? I'd rather get peed on than jizzed on.
By who? It depends who it is.
Let's just say Bill Clinton. Not at this age though. Let's say a healthy Bill Clinton. I don't want like
Jizz.
he definitely has like that thick old man like orange pee that smells real bad. I don't want that on me. But like give me like a clear urine, I'll take that any day over jizz.
Really? You would?
Yes.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, we agree, jizz. Donald Trump, pissed on.
No, I actually think I'm the opposite. I'd rather be peed on by Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, he eats all that fast food.
No,
I bet
that's why I'd want him to piss on me. It'd smell and taste great.
Oh, okay. See, to
All
me
the-
that's repulsive, but I see why I'm wrong.
Well, all the sugar in those buns.
All the butter in those biscuits.
So is it gay that when I think jizzed on, I'm not picturing like jizz landing on me. I'm picturing like having to eat the jizz for some reason. That's pretty gay.
Like layered on like a hot dog, like ketchup and mustard. Just like fucking, it's like, yeah, this is my cum dog
I guess I'm-
sandwich. Just sitting here with my hot dog and the cum on it, and then I'm just going to snack away at it.
I guess I'm thinking like a facial, and then you like lick it up off your like chin.
Why does yours have to be so fucking like porny?
Well, you're the one who said that you'd do that. I said I'd rather be peed on.
I didn't
You're the
say
one
I would
who's like,
want
I
it
want
to
to
be.
gobble up Bill Clinton's jizz. Nom.
I would play his skin flute and then I would wash it away. I mean,
Yeah, so clearly we need to do more stunts for this show.
what you
So
want to watch me play a skin flute?
So before next week, all of us have to either drink our own piss or our own jizz.
So I just learned
pick
a
one.
new skill while I was gone.
Are Andrew, are you going to drink your own jizz or piss? Which one?
I'd rather drink my own jizz.
That means
you
you've done
serious?
it before.
No, it no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Andrew, aren't you gay? Kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
So that means that to you, like
'Cause,
that's
like-
cheating. You should have.
Let's put it this way. Okay, so well, no, because eating your own cum isn't gay. That's yours. It's not somebody else's.
That's extra gay. That means it came out of your weenie.
Yeah, but that's not gay. That means you're like another form of asexual I haven't even heard of. Anyways,
An
Well,
onanistic asexual. Yeah, no, it's already a type.
anyways, I want to
PJ,
talk
PJ.
about what I did.
No, your own jizz or your own piss.
Yeah, definitely my own piss. Wait, how much? Just like a little taste?
Just the same volume.
A
Same
shot.
volume of piss or jizz. Yeah, just yeah.
Okay.
A shot.
A shot of cum or a shot of jizz.
Keep collecting cum until you get a full shot, a full standard shot.
What do you mean? That's me after half a go.
That's I know. You come gallons every time. I know.
So what did you do, Andrew? Why did you have to leave the show for like 10 minutes?
So my mom's ear was clogged up with earwax. And she had this bottle of hydrogen peroxide and can I not say it, Dave?
Wait, why is she doing this in the middle of our podcast? Did she like specifically wait? She's like, I need to wait till Andrew's recording his show.
No,
And then
she called me down there, and I was like,
earwax time.
well, she said it was hurting her. So I figured mama in pain means you guys can handle it.
What's more important, your mom or the podcast? Think wisely or carefully. There is a correct answer.
I felt bad for her.
Wrong. Off the show.
Oh, fuck her.
Do you know
then.
how happy I almost was, Andrew, when somebody tried to poach you from our network? It's
Who
just
tried
like,
to poach
oh,
him?
What a fucking relief. He'll be his problem from now on.
Who could possibly want Andrew?
Am I allowed to name podcasts?
If I'm asking, yeah.
Doug from Who's Right.
Wanted to snatch me.
Why?
Yes.
He wanted to put me on Break Literal or Gas Digital, whatever it's called.
Doug thinks that the two biggest talents out of our network are Andrew and my wife.
Yeah.
So specifically, my wife is funnier and more entertaining than me. But I don't let her podcast because I'm jealous of how much more entertaining she is than me. And so I keep the little lady down.
So I got to get that Lady Brain podcast going. Make it that extra dough.
Yes. How much have I wanted that to happen? And it hasn't. Because what was I telling you, Andrew? Women are unreliable, right?
Yeah.
Like
My mom's not,
people
though.
say, "Oh no, women are reliable." No, they're
My
not.
mom's very reliable. I can
Why
always
did-
count on her to ruin things.
Why did your mom have so much earwax in her ear that it was hurting her?
I don't fucking dude. It was a lot when I was squirting that shit in her ear. It was coming out. It was bad.
Did she like not clean her ears?
Oh, God.
I don't know, but I mean, it was like hydrogen peroxide mixed with warm water, and it felt weird in my hands. But when I was squirting it in her ear, just watching the pieces fall out, it was like watching like.
Earwax
So you know this.
is grosser to me than shit.
So you know that cereal, Honey Bunches of Notes. It looked like that coming
No.
into the bowl.
So earwax, for some reason, when I was a kid, I agree. Earwax disgusting. As a kid, almost as like some weird like punishment to myself, I would stick my finger in my ear and lick it, and it was so disgusting. The taste, the taste was like it didn't even have a taste. It was just like bitter. Like if somehow bitterness was just a straight up taste, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was just the taste of the word bitter.
Yes.
Did you stick your finger up your ass and taste that as well?
No, that's
or just
gross.
your ears. Oh, that's gross. Yeah.
And,
Wait,
I never ate a booger or anything when I was a kid. I thought that was so disgusting, but for some reason, I'd stick my finger in my ear and lick it. It was only for like a few months, but I think I was like 7 or 8.
So
And I don't know why I did it.
I used to eat boogers when I was little, but I would always like be disgusted by it, and I would eat it and go, "Oh, that's terrible," but then I'd always do it again. I had no clue fucking why.
Watching someone eat a booger is probably the one thing that's guaranteed to make me gag, because I don't know why. It's just so disgusting. So I was at a like hangout thing with a couple of my friends, and one of them who was kind of like this weird, I'm assuming autistic guy who we're friends with, he like picked his nose and then he like had his hand under the table for a while, and then I was watching him and he didn't notice I was watching him, and he like pulls his hand up from under his table and he has like I'm gonna gag talking about. He had like a pretty big like ball of booger. And he like looked at it like like he was like gonna savor it, and then he like put it in his mouth like it was a treat. That's so disgusting.
The grossest thing that I've ever seen is people that made candles out of earwax and then burnt them.
Oh, Shrek.
Have you seen those videos?
Shrek, yeah.
That's the worst thing you've seen, Dave.
Yeah.
Out. Dave, that's so weak.
I mean,
that is weak.
Princess Fiona liked it.
Speaking of Doug from Who's Right podcast, do you guys ever talk about the fucking spreadsheet that is on the screen, or is it strictly booger talk?
Strictly booger talk, Doug. Piss off.
I think he did.
Doug, I don't know if you heard about the story arc that led up to this, but it was pretty important. It's all about context. Out of context,
guys
this does
don't
sound
think-
like the Booger Show.
You guys don't think actual real earwax candles is fucking disgusting?
I think it's disgusting, but I don't think it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
No,
you
I
know
don't
how
think
we
it's
how,
that
you know how we
disgusting.
know a person that like doesn't like to think about the meaning of life or like anything like that. It like they potentially have a breakdown over it.
I think someone sneezing on food is worse than that, Dave.
No,
It's way
not.
worse. It's way worse.
I regret even bringing that up. The earwax candle now just yeah.
Can you imagine if someone just came in your peanut butter jar and then just fucking put that on your fucking toast or bread? That would fucking suck.
Much better than an earwax candle.
You would
Much
rather
better.
eat some dumpy cum than watch someone flame a booger wax candle or earwax candle.
I always get worried when I go to a fast food place that they're like jizzing or spitting on my food. Andrew, you work
Okay,
at Chick-fil-A.
that
Do you
says-
spit on food?
Yeah, of course he does.
That says something about you, PJ.
Why?
Why?
Because what experiences have you had in the past where every time you go to like a restaurant or like a fast food place, you just like shiver going, oh, come. Like, why is that a fear?
In like movies and stuff, people like hawk loogies on burgers, and then like they don't know, and they're none the wiser. And to me, that's just disgusting.
Well, I can tell you that doesn't happen in our kitchen.
Did you ever notice, speaking of Chick-fil-A, that Chick-fil-A employees
And
they
you're there
always,
all the time supervising.
They always embrace the stupid Chick-fil-A culture way too much. Like they're all super buddy, and then they always pretend like they accidentally say "my pleasure" instead of "you're welcome." They're like, "Oh, sorry, it's just because I work at Chick-fil-A. I say my pleasure
Okay,
now."
so there's some people that
Okay.
do that, but I
Andrew's
actually
about
have
to get really defensive.
so yeah, some people are like that. I know them,
Uh-huh.
but it just happened to become part of my natural vocabulary. I've even
Yeah.
started using it in texting without realizing, and people are like, "Why are you saying that over text? Stop it!
What
What
do
are
you
you?
say?
A fucking prod? What?
You say "my pleasure" over text?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're one of those people.
no, I'm not.
I don't mean to say "my pleasure." Teehee.
Fuck you, BJ. No, I'm not.
That's like so. I've had a handful of friends that worked at Chick-fil-A when we were in high school, and all of them, they all did the exact same thing. And then they see their Chick-fil-A buddies, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we worked at Chick-fil-A together." And then they all are like, "I love you, thank you, my pleasure." Oh my gosh, you said it accidentally.
So, you're fucking weird. That never happens.
I mean, it does.
You're just wrong.
Mm,
Unless, look, that's not my workplace. I've been told that my Chick-fil-A is very different from a lot of other Chick-fil-A's. Like, but like speed of
Well,
service
you're
wise,
gay.
we're fucking great.
kind of. We established that you're kind of gay.
Kind of
And you work
gay,
at
yes.
Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm. And I'm an atheist.
Yeah, so that's weird. Every other Chick-fil-A I've been to, it's always like,
Yeah.
well, I guess they're probably like hiding that they're gay because they do all like hug each other and giggle about saying "my pleasure," but they're supposed to. They put on the front of as being like good.
They really
Christian
do hug
straight
each
boys.
other too. We know that for a
The
fact.
picture the picture in my head of like two people hugging and giggling and jiggling and saying "my pleasure" is just fucking disturbing, PJ.
No, they
the
don't. They're
fuck?
not. That's not the full conversation. I mean, it basically is, but yeah. So you go. Do you
So,
hug your
what-
Chick-fil-A workers, like coworkers?
Oh,
Yeah,
you've stumbled on something, PJ.
I do. Yeah, why?
Well done.
Basically, I just found out that I hate Andrew.
Uh-huh.
They're
Maybe
like
you just
they're nice
hate him-
people.
hate Bobby. That's his that's his work persona.
I used to
Right.
hug people, and then I just realized that I did it because I don't know if I thought it was like cutesy or whatever, but then I realized that I was just a loser for hugging people, and now I don't even hug people that I love, besides my wife and kids. And it's like, yep,
I don't
Good
give
to see you.
anybody any affection whatsoever.
Yeah, I love giving. a nice
Wait,
guy.
no.
Yes, they do.
They get rejected by whores online.
And then they defend them afterwards. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's right. They do. They defend them very briefly.
Nice
and then
guys,
they say,
also known as white knights.
No, those are different.
Slightly different.
There is some
they're
overlap.
not. It's the same thing.
Well,
No.
no, nice guys. When you think of a nice guy, it's not necessarily someone who defends a woman. It's someone who they talk to a woman. They're like, "I'm such a nice guy. Want to go out with me?" And then the woman says no, and they say, "Fuck you, you dumb cunt. You can never. That's why you never have any nice guys like me because you're such a dumb fucking."
Okay,
cunt.
so I don't.
Well, that's
maybe
not
you
a nice
haven't.
guy.
Maybe
What are you talking about? That's an incel.
Yeah, maybe you haven't interacted with like the nice guys of like my generation, but the nice guys of my
God.
generation are like they aren't they have this like thing like, it's like, oh, it's like, yeah, I'm nice, respectful women, and like they are like to the person that they're simping over, right? But then they every time that this person gets attacked, they get up their shields and spears and fucking white knight until the cows come home. I mean, they're like the same. Like if you're a nice guy, you're white knighting at the same time.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I've seen it on the every time I've seen a nice guy, he's always a fucking white knight.
Just look up nice guys freaking out on Reddit, on like Reddit. I'm sure there's a subreddit called like nice guys or guys that are nice or something stupid.
Yeah.
I bet that all of them are just text messages with guys saying like, "Man, I know you normally go for bad boys, but I'm a nice guy." And the woman's like, "No, I'm not interested." And the guy's just like, "Fuck you." I'm not even kidding. That's what a nice guy is. It's someone who says that they're nice.
Oh
And then
yeah, fuck no, PJ's right. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I know the kind of person you're talking about, but I wouldn't call that a nice guy.
Yeah, that's like nice guy has an established definition. I'm not saying the people saying it exists. It's just not a nice guy.
So Dave, the term comes from them self-proclaiming that they're a nice guy. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you just did before, but ironically.
Well, but now yeah, PJ's right. I was wrong.
But the thing is, the nice guys don't think that they're the like internet definition of nice guy. So for all we know, when women say that they don't want to date you, you're just like, "Fuck you, you dumb cunt."
Is that what you
say that
every time you get friend zoned, Andrew?
No, I just look in the mirror and go, "What's wrong with me?"
Oh, so yeah, you're not the internet definition of a nice guy because you don't like. That's what they do. They blame the woman.
Yeah, no, I blame myself every time.
Which
what does mirror, mirror on the wall say? Who was the simpest of them all? You, Andrew.
Is it?
No, you tell me. I was just imagining. What does the mirror say back?
The mirror says I gotta do some R&D. Get back to you on that.
The mirror. Do you actually look at yourself in the mirror like they do in movies and TV shows? Because that's one of the things that I claim that they do way, way more often in movies and TV shows than anybody does in real life.
So you guys called me gay earlier. Get ready to call me that again.
Okay.
So
barrels are loaded.
So yeah, there are nights where it's like at 3 a.m. in the morning, I look at myself in the mirror and go, "What the fuck?
Who am I?"
I say it exactly like a depressed hippopotamus. Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Gay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I told you.
Because I've always claimed that it's just one of the cheap devices.
So
to show that the person's inner reflecting about who they are as a person.
So
you actually do it for real.
Yeah, I converse with myself.
Yes.
Like I talk out loud, and I find it easier to do that when I'm looking at me in the mirror.
Yeah, you have some like deep-seated issues. Yep.
Is there a Michael Jackson song called "Man in the Mirror" or
there is?
Yes.
So what I want you to know, like, are you fucking over enunciate?
I'm searching for the man.
Is that the sound he makes when he's like
when
he's like pumping into a young child? He goes, "Da, da, da." Like, is that what he does every fucking time?
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Yeah, good one. Good joke, Andrew. Clap, clap.
You ready for the real punchline? And then when he comes, he goes.
So let's keep working until we come up with some original Michael Jackson material.
All right. So while we're doing,
Dave, I think we're long past that.
While you guys are thinking, let's talk about the age of victims, the attributes. So some of the highlights of this one are Michael Jackson so the way that this is the first number is like the tens place and the decimal is the ones place. So like a 2.1 for Harvey Weinstein, that means the age of his victim is a 21-year-old. Michael Vick, the age of his victims is 0.2. That's a 2-year-old because he's like having sex with dogs or whatever and beating dogs.
Oh.
So does that make sense?
Yes. It makes that. No, that's a good way to do it. Yes. So for Andrew, his age of victims would be like what, a 7.3 or something. Right, Andrew?
I guess I don't know.
You like them old.
I spaced out for a second.
You specifically jerk off to, what is it? Step grandma porn.
No, stepmom.
Yes, that's what you tell everybody. It's stepmom.
It
But
is
whatever porn people say they watch, what they actually watch is, at least 1 or 2 steps worse.
We're
So you
getting
say
a really.
you watch stepmom.
Wouldn't 1 or 2 steps worse be like stepson and stepdad? Like,
No, it would be real mom and son.
Okay.
We're getting a scary picture, a creepy picture of Andrew's life. He jerks off to stepmom porn, aka real mom porn, and he was just blasting his mom's ear with some liquid.
What's the movie with Will Ferrell in it? Is it Step Brothers? Is that
Step Brothers?
movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a gay porn parody of that you found, Andrew? While you've been looking for
probably
it?
is. I can go find one for you. I'm the R&D department.
There really needs to be. There's certainly not enough gay porn parodies. There's a lot of porn parodies out there, but very, very few gay ones. We found a Tarzan one, and I'm sure, Andrew, you found that one.
Gay Tarzan?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, what do you think it is? A porn parody of Tarzan. A gay porn parody of Tarzan.
What was he like? Fuck the gorilla?
No. Instead of Tarzan and Jane, it's Tarzan and Joe and Jerry and John and
Tarzan and gay. There you go. Tarman. Perfect.
So, the R&D department has found a fan fiction of Step Brothers.
Yes.
But not of the movie Step Brothers, but from the show called Supernatural. Do you know what that show is, Dave?
No.
It's a show where 2 brothers band together and fight demons and spirits and ghosts and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I think that's been on the TV in this.
Yeah,
house.
it's got like around 15 too many seasons, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it says Dean thinks his balls are awesome. Sam thinks his are better. Kind of a crack fic without all the LSD. That's the description.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then the first word is just balls.
Okay.
Balls.
Are we going back into reading Wikipedia pages of?
This is Wikipedia.
I guess,
this is fanfiction.net.
Well, I just pulled up the Supernatural Wikipedia page.
This all kind of makes sense, Andrew, because I'm into stepsister porn, even though I don't
like
have
that
a sister.
too.
But I've only got a brother. You've only got a sister, so you're into step brother porn. That makes sense. I get it now.
Yep. Just 2 brothers boning each other till their parents come home.
But
do you
you're my stepbrother. Oh, sorry, but you're my stepbrother.
We shouldn't do this. We should go back to playing Transformers and Pokemon. I'll transform your cock into my mouth. That's the sound he makes when he comes.
I was about to say, being gay would probably be pretty fun because you probably have similar interests, but the interests that gay men have are shopping. It's just women's things that they like to do, so never mind.
I know a gay Republican.
Yeah, but he probably likes
there's
shopping.
lots of them now.
Like a really hardcore gay Republican.
Yeah,
and
there's lots of them now, Andrew.
But he's not stereotypical.
Great, let's talk about more politicians
know.
we know. This is really
There's
fun.
lots of them.
What about
are we
the
talking about?
spreadsheet,
Gay
Andrew?
politicians. Harvey
You wanted
Milk.
to change it
I'm
to
just
weather.
saying. I'm just saying. There's normal gay people, PJ. You don't have to be so like inexclusive.
No, gay people are all the ones that they show on TV. All the ones that are just having gay sex
So if
24/7 while in between shopping and getting their weird quiches and their crepes at
so, what you're telling
food
me is
trucks.
if they're
And
not
their
on
biscuits.
Queer Eye, then they're not gay.
If they're on Queer Eye,
Yeah, the show Queer Eye for like for a straight guy, whatever the name.
Why is
all
it
the
so
people
hard for you
on
to say
Queer Eye are
straight
gay.
guy, Andrew? Straight guy.
Well, I was trying to remember. It's like Queer Eye, like for the like isn't it like a hair salon show, like because that's not the only show title
What?
they have, right?
Queer Eye is where they dress up straight men to look like gay men,
To
basically.
get babes. Yeah.
So
If
I'm
only
sure
you
that this has
interior
been done.
decorate a bit, you'll you'll start banging chicks in no time.
someone's
How,
probably
Andrew,
made this parody, but I was just thinking it's probably would be amusing if it was like Straight Eye for the gay guy and they just give the gay man like khakis and a t-shirt. They're like, there you go.
Yeah.
Sent you guys the balls fan fiction.
So okay, how soon after Queer Eye premiered do you think the first person did exactly what you're saying, PJ? Do you think it was within minutes?
Yeah, probably. Let's find out.
It was certainly the first thought of a lot of people. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? And
It doesn't autofill on Google.
comedic reversal.
Oh, IMDb, Straight Eye for the Gay Guy, 2015. So I'm only 5 years behind. That's pretty good. Gavin has a problem, at least according to the only 2 gay students he knows at school. He's not the right kind of gay. So where does he turn for help in fixing himself? His straight friend, Drew, of course, who gives him sage advice.
His name is Drew. Fuck you.
Ooh, Tim Doherty's in it. You know who Tim Doherty is?
No.
He's known for his work on the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause. Nice.
Oh god.
IMDb with the callback to the Mascots episode. And Mr. Hush. Mr. Hush sounds creepy. What's Mr. Hush?
Hush is a Batman villain.
How does a man react when he loses everything he loves? Mr. Hush has an answer. With brutal, terrifying violence. A frightening throwback to the slasher films of the 1980s. This is a classic horror flick that is hard to shake. IMDb blurbs are pretty interesting. Just
They really
here,
are.
let's play
Way
a
better
game.
Way better
Since
than
I've-
Wikipedia.
So I've given up on the spreadsheet now because I've tried to go back like 3 times and you guys keep just ignoring me. So
I
I've
had
tried
to
to go back 4
de-wax my
times.
mother.
all
I
right,
had
so
to de-wax my mother.
I'm going to
Oh,
start reading
God.
the blurbs from IMDb and you guess the movie. Does that sound like a fun game? Someone's probably played that already, but
Remember when we actually did spreadsheets?
those were the
I actually
days.
had someone who listened to the podcast at work, and they said they really liked one of the episodes where we actually ranked shit.
We rank shit, all of them.
Yeah.
I read out the rankings. That's ranking shit. We're past that part of the show apparently because you guys refuse to talk about it. So, okay,
No, I don't
Santa,
refuse to talk about it.
we're playing the game, Dave.
I want to talk about the fucking weather, cunt.
So, okay, so now that I actually have something to talk about. You guys are like, let's get back to the spreadsheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's kind of what we're doing. But yeah, no, you go.
No. Let's talk about weather. Go ahead,
announce
Andrew.
it. Announce it.
Andrew, go ahead. The weather.
Yeah, so with weather, what does Harvey Weinstein and all these other fucks have to do in relation to weather?
Oh yeah, I changed plant life to weather. So Harvey Weinstein 8.5 because he's like so fat that he like messes with the orbit of the Earth and the moon and stuff, which messes with like the winds and the tides. So he has a pretty big effect on the weather. Michael Vick 5.2, like he's killed so many dogs. Oh wait, no, that would be plant life again. I was about to say the plant life reasoning.
But the plant life thing, because didn't Harvey Weinstein jerk off into pot plants?
Exactly. That's exactly why he was an 8.5.
Yeah.
Good thing we changed it from plant life though. Michael Vick's. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't change it to weather. It's back to plant life. 5.2 because he killed so many dogs and buried them. Like that's really good for the earth. Like all those nutrients back to the soil, all the plants that can grow from that.
So why is Michael Jackson 9.9? Is that because he fucked a bunch of boys so hard they turned into vegetables? But they're the ones we don't hear about.
Yep, that's the reason.
Yep.
It's better than whatever bullshit I was gonna make up. Yeah, Carl ATP 8.9 for plant life. That's some reason. All right, let's move on from plant life.
I listened to an old episode of WTP where he was sucking Jim Florentine's dick.
That's every time he talks about him.
Holy shit! Did he choke on his cock in that episode? God damn it!
It's funny because I really like Carl and I think he's really funny. Like his podcast is by far my favorite podcast. But the people that he finds funny are not at all the people that I find funny.
Jim Florentine can be funny. No?
Well, like he likes all those Opie and Anthony people. I've tried to get into him because, like I said, I think Carl's really, really funny. But just the people he likes and think are funny are not people I think are funny.
Oh, that's right. You don't think Anthony Cumia is funny at all. That's right.
Yeah, and like I said, I think I said
you're more of a Dave Landau fan.
No, I don't even know who Dave Landau is.
Besides his current co-host.
Wait, what?
What do you mean? What? What?
Dave Landau is Anthony Cumia's current co-host. Oh, okay.
Yes, after the whole Opie and Anthony thing blew up, because I think Anthony Cumia beat up a African American woman.
Oh no, I think he was like, didn't he like rape children or something?
I mean, he liked. Well, he's done a whole bunch of stuff. Put it that way.
So we'll just come out and say Anthony Cumia 100% raped children. I think Dave's the one who said that. So
yeah, I mean, so hebephile. So post puberty. There's an important distinction.
Are you sure? I definitely thought it was like young kids.
Well, are we going? What he's into is even worse than what he's admitted to. So he's admitted to. He's admitted to 15-year-olds. So what he's actually into is so much worse.
What he's actually into is pregnant women. Just the idea of the fetus. He's like, oh, that's so sexy hot. He's just like standing behind abortion clinics, like waiting with like that like look that's like serial rapists get in their eye when they go into their blackout stage. They're about to like rape some women. He's like, man, I can't wait for these babies to come out from the abortion clinic. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine being the unborn fetus of a cam girl? And just, you're chilling it out in the womb, just trying to, grow fucking fingers and toes and whatever. And she starts fucking spanking herself 1,000 times. Like, that's got to somehow be damaging to the fetus, right? Like, not drinking and smoking level damaging. But
is there any cam girl who doesn't drink and smoke, though? I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, yes, no, there are.
I imagine they're all just like prostitutes. They're like 100% doped up 100% of the time. Like when they're even when they're on stream, it's just that you don't see it because they're doing it under the desk or whatever.
No, I mean mental illness is overrepresented, to be sure, but no. You've got to forget what you're stereotyping. There's a whole, like, porn stars and like Playboy models or whatever, they are a very narrow type of woman, right? I mean, old school porn stars, but cam girls are highly, highly varied, and you really should check them out sometime.
You should also check out Twitch Thoughts.
Why?
Twitch Thoughts? No, Twitch
They're
Thoughts
worse at video games.
Fucking suck.
Yeah, I know. That's why they're awesome.
No, I need to watch some high skill gameplay, Andrew.
How?
You think I watch Louis J. Gomez on Twitch for the high skill gameplay?
How are Twitch Thoughts interesting? Please explain it to me.
Okay, so because So there's this one in particular, right? And no matter what, so on Twitch, the moderators are simps. They have to be because if you
Oh,
do
of
anything,
course.
Yeah,
anything
everyone knows.
provocative on Twitch, right? Anything provocative at all,
Yes.
You banned.
you're banned.
Yep.
But there's this one streamer by the name of Alinity. That you,
Okay,
No.
okay, okay.
but okay, but listen, like she had to ban herself off the platform because Twitch didn't get because Twitch like banned her for like a day, and she went on Twitter and was like, "I don't deserve this kind of a ban. I deserve like a longer one. So I'm gonna take like a 3-day hiatus." Yeah, like that's gonna change your fucking paycheck, but whatever.
She just did it so that she could just use that as an excuse for a vacation,
I
dummy.
or so yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying it's interesting to see them stream because it's like they sit there and
Is it?
stream and it's like they try to act like they're really playing the game, you know. But they're trying to
Yeah.
balance that between doing that and showing themselves off, you know? I mean, and
Yeah.
there's and it's interesting to watch them juggle this terrible balancing act. Or maybe that's just me.
I love all the Twitch streamers who they get popular. I think like there was one called like Amaranth or something who the worst possible streams. She was always like top of just chatting when I would be going to bed. And you like click on it and she's doing like some weird, really, really horrible what's that thing
ASMR.
called? Yeah, ASMR. I'm like, who would be watching this? She's just like tapping her fingers on the microphone.
20,000 people. I tell you that.
Wait, that many?
Yeah, it was, well, I don't know. I mean, I know
The
she had
most
a lot
I
of
ever saw was like 1,500 maybe. This was a long time. Well, not that long.
Let me tell
Long
you,
time ago for Twitch, like a year and a half ago maybe.
freshman
So
year, I used to be a sub to her.
yeah, okay, that's not surprising. So, I just remembered.
Yeah, I
I
paid her
think
money.
she came
people.
out as having a boyfriend, and it was like, oh my, how could she have a boyfriend? And I love it when that happens now. That was the first time I saw it happen, where she lost like a bunch of like followers or whatever because it turned out she had a boyfriend. So that means
Yeah.
that these people are watching these Twitch streamers
Yeah.
and thinking like, I have a chance with this person.
Yes.
And then when it turns out, why? Why would they
That's
think
another
that?
thing. The
It's called-
chat
well, it's
is
called-
interesting.
okay.
The chat's
called-
interesting.
It's called fantasizing for a start. Like you can understand that it's never going to happen, but still have some level of fantasy in your brain. Like those two things can
Like me
both
and you,
be going
Dave.
on. Sorry.
Like me and you.
Yes, exactly. Both those things can be going on in your head at the same time. Like everyone's not that level stupid, but on the other hand, they kind of are, because what difference does it make if they got a boyfriend or not to the fantasy? That bit I don't really understand.
I mean,
PJ?
technically, if they have a boyfriend that, or if they don't have a boyfriend, that technically means you have some sort of chance. It's just how low your chance is.
Whether your chance is 0 or
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Whether your chance is like
0.000001.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes all the difference, does it?
Okay, so let's talk about patheticness. Back to the spreadsheet, everybody.
Everybody.
We gotta get
Dave.
the
I was
show
reading
going.
this. I was reading this article the other day about the storming of
Patheticness.
Bastille.
So Harvey Weinstein 9.2. That's because jerking off in a potted plant, not very unpathetic, which would make it pathetic. So 9.2, very pathetic. Michael Vick 1.3 in patheticness. That's because dominating those gigantic like monster dogs, because they were mainly pit bulls, that's pretty manly and not pathetic. Like, have you ever like pet one of those dogs? They're just like 100% muscle. That's pretty badass.
They're
but
fucking awesome.
yeah. Kevin Spacey 2.3. It's like the same type of thing, like The Dangerous Game, where 2.3. It's because it's like, because it's gay, it's not as hard as like a normal guy, but it's still, he's dominating a human man by raping them. So
Yes.
any other ones from patheticness you want to talk about? Those are the highlights.
So I don't think Michael Jackson's pathetic.
Wait, so how come Louis C.K.'s
Oh.
at like a perfect score for patheticness?
Because he like sadly jerked off in front of those women and was like, please don't tell people, and then they told people, and he's just a loser.
Yeah. Like he's fun. Louis C.K. is funny and very creative and well done. But when it comes to his, that kind of jerking off stuff, It is pathetic.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Even
He
if-
didn't really abuse them that well. Like, he didn't do it good enough. He didn't traumatize them, really.
But then his apology is like, oh, dude. That letter where he said, well, I didn't actually do anything wrong, but I'm so sorry because power dynamics and shit. It's like, yeah, you were the fucking boss. They knew what was happening. You asked.
And some of them
like-
declined, and some of them agreed.
Did someone mention Michael Jackson? For why is he so high on patheticness?
Yeah, but then I interrupted Dave.
Oh, okay. We can move on then. We don't need to talk about it.
So part of our big project is to stop you being an incel, right, Andrew?
I won incel training. I'm the host of the show.
So out of all of these misunderstood celebrities, whose tactics do you think would be best to copy?
Well, maybe the dad from Seventh Heaven. I mean,
Okay, all right.
because didn't he do some pretty cool shit? I mean, he's
Yeah.
married. I mean, he's a dad, so obviously he's success. He has kids. Louis C.K. got divorced. I wouldn't take ideas from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, I think the real answer is Carl from WOTP.
So I need to talk to. I need to go. Hey, Carl, how do I stop being an incel? And I'm gonna let him tell me.
No, we have to find one female listener, and then just simp on them
All right, Dave, go get her.
constantly.
Go get her, Dave.
No, we're not playing the go get them game.
Yeah, go get her. She's in the next room.
Who would ever play the go get them game and think that's entertaining while we wait? Who would do
Hey,
that?
Doug and Anthony was like, "Hey, go get your mom and dad on the podcast."
Wait, why are
that's what
Doug
I
and
was
Anthony
referring to.
Australian?
No, they're British.
No. It's the same accent.
And Andrew, you can just obtusely refer to something without saying exactly what it is. Sometimes it's best not explaining things.
Well,
I
then
find-
cut it out. Cut it, PJ. It's terrible. Shouldn't talk about it.
Okay, so horrificness. Let's talk about. I don't know if you know this, but I spend a long time on this spreadsheet. I write
Yeah.
out jokes for every single one. You should see
we
my
know.
lists that I have of jokes for all these. Like
Yes.
horrificness, 6.2 for Michael Vick. That's because while he did murder and rape dogs, they're just dogs, so it's like pretty bad. Like if it was humans, 9.9, but because it's dogs, like he really cares. So 6.2. Not saying what he did isn't horrific. It's just to dogs, and no one cares about them.
Well,
Harvey Weinstein, 8.2.
Fighting dogs.
It's just horrific because imagine having to have sex with a gay man as a like sexy woman. That's pretty gross.
If you had to fuck a dog, what breed would you pick?
No, that's one of the spreadsheets we're gonna do. Remember, we're gonna save
yeah.
that. And we already decided not Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, horrificness. Someone suggest one and say why it shouldn't be that. It's just been the only spreadsheet stuff we've done this episode is me trying to get us to talk about them by explaining some of the numbers, and then you guys just ignoring me and talking about whatever other bullshit. I haven't talked
Worst in what way?
every way. He's not
Okay.
every way, but he's just the worst. Like overall, the worst person out of these.
Is he? He's pretty clean.
Well, we haven't changed anything. I don't think we've changed a single number because I was so good this week at the spreadsheet.
Injecting yourself with disinfectant makes you clean. Shouldn't he be ranked higher than 10th?
Who would you put him above? You gonna put him above Carl from WATP? He's the next highest. He's only a point and a half or 1.6 points higher. You're gonna say Carl's the worst of all these people? I mean, Carl's
I
definitely
would.
probably raped people, probably raped dogs too, but probably not as many dogs as Michael Vick, and probably not as many women as like Donald Trump.
So did we have bustability? We did.
Yeah,
They're all
bustability.
9.9s.
So we're coming to the end of the show. All right, bustability. Yeah, everything's a 9.9
Why?
because all these
How
guys are busting fat nuts.
Yeah, but it's
Harvey
also
Weinstein.
about how bustable they are, like from our point of view.
Well,
Right?
the ones that aren't very bustable, they are so like outweighed by how many people they've raped or how many things they've raped that it like bumps them up like super high. You know what I mean?
If you had to jerk off to one of the people on the list, Andrew,
Yeah,
are you still even there?
I'm here.
If you had to jerk off to one person on the list, who would it be?
If I had to jerk off to any of the people on the list, who would it be?
Yes.
That was the question. Yes.
Michael
You're the
Jackson. He looks like a
you're
woman.
The resident gay guy.
Michael
Okay.
Jackson.
So
And
that's
why-
Also,
that's
I
the
would want
least
him.
woke answer
How is it the least woke answer?
because
I
you're
want
saying
him to be.
something's wrong with being gay. Also, because you picked the only person that was black and turned white. There's a black person on this list who is the woke answer, Michael Vick, or any of the
Michael
men.
Vick has been. Wait, Michael Vick is black. Holy
mean,
fuck!
Dude.
He beats dogs. Of course he's black. He ran a dog fighting ring. Name one person who's ever ran a dog fighting ring. None of
It's
them.
just- it's
White
just
people
a-
don't even know those existed before
But
Michael
that
Vick.
is such a white guy name, Michael Vick.
Vick?
That's a white guy.
No.
So, do you know why a lot of black people have white-sounding names, Andrew?
Oh yeah, we oppressed them. Sorry,
Gentrification.
I forgot we did
Yeah.
oppress them. Wait, is that why some black people's last name is Brown? Oh
Yes.
fuck!
Always.
So
Okay. So out of the whole list, Andrew, because you're the resident gay guy,
Yeah.
who would the hardest person be to jerk off to?
So
I'm
if you want
sort
my
of
actual answer,
thinking-
like
thinking
who would
who the-
actually, who would actually jerk off to?
I mean,
it'd
the
probably
two-
it'd probably be Carl.
I was about to say the two ugliest people on the list are Harvey Weinstein and Carl from WATP.
no.
Wait, you think Carl's ugly?
I mean,
Carl's not ugly.
okay. But you
I
just
would
said he'd
say
be
he's
the hardest
pretty-
to bust a
mean,
nut to.
Hold
I
on.
didn't say that.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
you did.
Jeffrey Epstein? He looks like a caveman. He is so ugly.
No.
Same thing with Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is by far the ugliest man on the list, besides Harvey
No.
Weinstein.
Dude, his
Besides Harvey Weinstein.
Dave.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen Louis C.K., but it looks like he's got a fucking plate in his head. His
I
head
know
is
what
shaped.
Louis C.K. looks like.
He looks fucking weird.
He's a redhead. Of course he can't be. Of course he's
Oh
one of the
yeah, I forgot.
ugliest.
He's like a clown.
Plus he's like fat, kind of.
Since you're the resident gay guy, you know how like a lot of straight dudes have a thing for redhead women, like
Yeah.
fire crotch
Uh-huh.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing in the gay community? Redheaded guys.
Nope.
I can't see it being a similar thing.
It's
But
not.
surely
No.
Ed Sheeran helped with the popularity of gay redheads.
I guess, but if his
Is-
bush looks like his hair, fuck no.
Is Ed Sheeran
You would-
gay?
Couldn't go there. I mean, have you listened to his music?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay,
Sorry.
so is this how I'm gay because I actually like Ed Sheeran's music?
Okay, PJ, you have heard Ed Sheeran's music. You couldn't have possibly escaped it.
Not that I know of. I'm
You haven't seen? You ever heard the song that goes "Do I do I do I do"?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
there
Did
to
not
take
did
my
not did
due.
not see you
I'm
crying. Yeah, that's all.
That's his
Yeah.
word. That is the song so bad.
wanna
That's
So
his
punch
worst.
didn't I see you
esophagus.
crying? Yeah, speaking of that song, that was just in Bachelor Listen to Your Heart.
When I grab your kidney stones and I
Yeah,
break
guys.
all of your bones.
Oh yeah, so let's quick transition to the Bachelor part of the show. Update. So they sang that
Right.
song that is apparently by Ed Sheeran that's like did not see you crying, and the lady was like closing her eyes and clapping while they were just rehearsing with no one around. And
Wow.
the whole time I'm watching these people sing while like faking that they're interested in each other, like attractiveness wise or like love wise, they're all just like in their heads. Have you guys all seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia or no?
Yeah, I've seen the show. I like
No.
it.
Oh, well, you know that one scene where they're like imagining themselves like singing and being really good singers and dancers, and they're just like absolute
Yeah.
dog shit.
Uh-huh.
That's how I imagine all these people in their head. They're like, "Oh, I'm a star. I'm so amazing," and then it cuts, cut to them actually practicing, and it's just like, did not see you crying. Whoa." So that song is by Ed Sheeran. Is that what you guys said?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I've heard Ed Sheeran. That's a good song. I definitely thought it was by like Billy Idol or something.
So speaking of like The Bachelor and like helpless dudes, you guys have heard all the talk about the TLC show 90 Day Fiance with that guy Big Ed?
Yeah, I'm a hipster when it comes to Big Ed. I was calling him ugly well before he was well known online. My wife and I have watched that show every once in a while.
I knew him before he was famous.
Yeah, I'm a hipster.
Have you seen the show, Dave?
He literally has no neck. I've shared pictures
with
with you, Dave, though.
I mean,
Wait, so-
I think
sorry,
my
but-
favorite moment from the show is like her breath. He says her breath stinks. He's like, "I've got you a present," and he's like, "Here's some mouthwash. Here's you a cute toothbrush." And he's like, "Cause your breath, it's bad." And she looks into the camera and she goes, "Ed is rude."
So
For this,
Dave,
for this episode, we're saying that Andrew's the gay one and PJ and me are the super straight ones.
Unless
to be
when I play
clear.
Doom Eternal. When I play Doom Eternal, I'm the most heterosexual man on the earth.
that's how I am when
No.
I play Animal Crossing.
Yeah, we've established this. It's anyone who plays Doom is gay because they're overcompensating with all that
Yeah.
manly Doom guy bullshit.
Rip
Although,
and tear,
If you're
Dave.
comfortable with your sexuality and your masculinity, you play Animal Crossing.
Although now maybe it's like gone so far, it's now the other way, where like now all the gay men are playing Animal Crossing to be like, oh, I'm so secure in my masculinity, I'm playing this game that other gay guys don't play. But now it's actually that, like, it's just gay guys using that as like their video game beard. Be like, I can't be gay, I play Animal Crossing. So real quick, back to Ed, the Big Ed guy. Dave,
Ed
don't you
Sheeran,
remember? Don't you remember me sharing with
Sheeran.
you pictures of him and how hard of a time I had finding pictures of him
Yes.
online? I could only find a handful because he wasn't popular yet. I was like typing in like 90 Day Fiance guy with no neck, like short guy with no neck, and I think I was only able to find a few pictures of him because he hadn't caught on yet as just like the ugliest man to ever live. He literally has no neck. He's like,
you look at Big Ed now, and now it's like number one is Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance. Other thing, Big Ed's North, a southern restaurant in the U.S. with hearty southern eats, including country ham biscuits, hot cakes, and grits served in a comfy sitting.
You better put a link to some Big Ed stuff in the show notes there, PJ.
I love all the people
Because,
who
you know,
on that show, they all think Americans are like really rich. All the people from those types of countries for some reason, the shithole countries, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the political term for them.
oh, it is. Yes.
They all are like, this person's not rich, but don't they have to pay a bunch of money to like buy these women? Or I guess they're not buying them, huh? They're just like paying for them to come here.
I don't know,
I
but
mean,
it's funny because on the show, like she was taking
paying
all the
that.
money out of his wallet.
Oh yeah, I saw
and
that
he
one.
and he was just like, he's like, and she's like, keep the change. He's like, that's my money. It's like it was like $14 or whatever, and she gave him like 200, and she's like, keep the change. He goes, wait, what?
I want to talk about the Australian drama series Water Rats. I think that'd have more relatability than 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
Speaking of 90 Day Fiance and The Bachelor and Water Rats, this will tie it all back to the show. There's a new show on Netflix called what's it called? I don't know, but basically the premise is it's just like super hot people and they're not allowed to have sex with each other. So the whole show is just them being like, man, I really want to have sex with this other person. Can I have sex with them? No, if I have sex with them, I'll get in trouble because I'll lose the group money.
So
Good
Water
show.
Rats starred, I believe, Jay Lagaya, who's isn't he one of the Star Wars things?
Yes.
One of the clones?
Yes.
Yeah, which goes back to May the 4th be with you.
Oh, that's today. That
God
means that.
damn it! I was gonna end the show on that. I was gonna
Yeah.
not mention it the entire show and then end it on that. Fuck.
What
you,
a great
dude.
sign off. That'll be really topical too when this comes out in a week. May the 11th be with you.
What do you? But okay, no, fine. But what are you supposed to do on May the 4th? Just like watch the movies or something?
Well, the new
Dress
one
up.
just came out on Disney Plus, like the newest one. the like Revengeous Sidious or whatever it's called. That's probably the name.
So Andrew,
How's your mom's earwax?
Andrew.
Yes, Dave. Yes, Dave.
So everyone in your family, you're going to dress up as different Star Wars characters. Who would dress up as what?
So,
So you,
my sister would dress up as Jabba the Hutt's dog.
oh,
Well, at least I imagine her as that.
wouldn't she be that dancing chick that gets eaten by the Rancor or
I
whatever it's
don't know.
called?
I just know that every time my
Oh,
sister laughs
Princess
at me, she
Leia.
sounds like that dog from
No.
Jabba. I just know every time my sister makes fun of me and laughs, she sounds like that dog.
No, the green dancing chick, Twilight, Twiglet.
Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah,
The My Little
that
Pony.
one. Yeah. So your Diddy's a bounty hunt. No, what's the? No. He does fracking. What's he's must be like Han Solo, right?
Yeah.
He's totally swashbuckling like Han Solo.
I would say my dad is I don't know, because like they're not like Star Wars level. I don't.
This is going nowhere. All right.
I love how Dave like brings a bit to Andrew, and Andrew's just always like, I don't know, or no. Hey Andrew, this thing? No.
Well, I'm
No.
not
Okay,
creative.
go
enough.
along with the
like,
bit then.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said that my sister sounds like the dog from like Jabba the Hutt's dog, and Dave goes, "No, that's not it. What would you say that?"
Well, all women would be a dog, so they're all just different dogs in the Star Wars universe.
I don't know what my parents would be in Star Wars.
Is R2D2 like a dog but for droids?
Yes.
No, he can communicate.
What the fuck? We're on a man, we're retarded. We're supposed to actually be talking about like stuff, and we're just talking about Star Wars.
May the 4th be with you.
All right,
Last one.
I guess that's it. Bye.
Except don't leave that part that you just said in.
Okay. I'm
Shut
stopping the
up.
recording.
Until I hit end broadcast.
Oh, okay. Let me know what I could